Hello students. So yesterday we have done question number A and B part of question number 1, okay, of exercise 4.2. So what we have done yesterday, that we have done decomposing. Yes, we have done decomposing. Okay, we have decomposed numbers and then subtracted them. Okay, so I hope you all have tried C, D and E part that I have given you as a homework, but I think there are some confusions regarding the D and E part. So I'm going to explain it. Just listen very carefully. It is little bit different from others. That's why it is difficult. So don't worry, but still we are going to do it. Okay. So let's just start D part of question number 1. Okay. So here the question is 1400 6/10 from 3000. Okay, all of you must be reminding that we have to subtract for 1400 6/10 from 3000. So we have to subtract 1400 and 6/10 from 3000. Okay. So as we can see, the number from which we have to subtract is 3000 and the others are 1400s and one is 6/10. So all these three are different. So yesterday I have told you that you can subtract only the similar numbers or the similar place values. Okay, we can't subtract 1000 from 100 in these kinds of sums. Okay, so first of all, what we are going to do, we are going to subtract the numbers, and before that we are going to decompose them. So how we will do it, I'm just going to show it, and listen very patiently and very carefully. Okay, let's just start. Okay, first of all, I will convert 3000 into hundreds and tens. Okay, so just listen how you will convert it. I'm going to show it here. So as you all know, we have three thousands. Okay, I'm going to write in shorthand only. Okay, because there is no much space for me. So we here it is 3000s. So how you will convert 3000 into hundreds and tens? So 3000 equal to 30 hundreds. This is clear? If anyone having confusion, I'll just explain it. 3000 means 3000 like this, and hundreds have how many zeros? Two zeros, that is 100, and the left is 30. So 30 it became 30 Any other confusion? So it is clear. So 3000 is equal to 30 hundreds. Okay. So now we are having 30 hundreds. We are having 30 hundreds. So now, as you all know, we are having 30 hundreds. 100 we are having, but we have to take tens also for subtracting 6/10. Okay, so for subtracting 6/10, we will take out tens from this 30 100. Okay, 30 hundreds. If we take out 100 from it, if we take out, we are having 30 hundred. Okay, and if we take out 100 from it, so how much it will remain? It will remain 2900. Clear? It will become 2900. This is clear? Okay, okay. Now we will take 100, so that we will convert this 100 into tens. So how we are going to convert this 100 into tens? 100 is equal to tens having only one zeros. Okay, so 100 is equal to how many tens? 10 tens is heading 100 na. 100. Okay, so it is having how many zero? Tens having only one zero, that is tens. The rest one is 10, so it became 10 tens. Clear? So the digit that we have taken out from 30 now I'll show you clearly. First of all, 3000 is equal to 30. Okay, then 30 is equal to, we have uh, taken out 100 from it. Okay, so it became 2900. Okay, and this 100 became 10 tens. Clear? So we can write it like this also. 30 is equal to 2900 plus 10 tens. So is it clear? So how we have converted 3000 into hundreds and tens. Clear? So now as we are having 2900 and 10 tens, now according to our question we can easily subtract. So now we are having 29 hundreds and 10 tens, and we have to subtract, according to question we have to subtract 1400 and 6 tens from it. Okay, now you can easily subtract. Okay, here it is tens. 10 minus 6 is equal to 4 tens. 100 here. 29 minus 14 is equal to 1500. So the answer is 1500 for tens. Clear? So what we have done, just show you how you have to do it with the example that I have already done. Okay, as you can see here in the solution, so 1406 tens from 3000. Okay, it is the question that you have to subtract 1406 tens from 3000. So now we will write in the form of subtraction 3000 minus 1406 tens. Clear? After that, this is the second line. This is the question that you have to follow. In the third line, we have converted 3000 is equal to 3000. So here now we have started, as I have told you earlier in the worksheet, sorry, in the online board, I have shown you that how you will convert 3000 into hundreds and tens. So here the first step is 3000 is equal to 30 hundreds. Then the 100 is here. Now we have to convert it into tens also. So now 30 hundreds is equal to, now we have taken 100 from the 30 If we take out 100 from 30 then it will become 2900 as it is shown here. Okay, and now that 100 is equal to 10 tens. 10 tens. So it became plus 10 tens. Okay, so clear? So 30 is equal to 2900 plus 10 tens. Okay, moving to the next step. Now as we have converted 30 is equal to 2900 plus 10 tens, now we can easily subtract. Okay, according to question, 3910 tens minus 1406 tens. 1406 tens. So after subtracting from the back, from the right hand side, 10 from 6, sorry 6 from 10, we will get 4. Okay, and after subtracting 14 from 29, we will get 15. So the answer is 1500 4 tens. Answer is 1500 4 tenths. Okay. So this is how you will start your sum. First of all, you will write the question as usual, yet you do. Then 3000 minus 1400 6 tenths, and then leave the 1400 6 tenths. And now first of all we will convert 3000 into 100 and tenths as per the requirement of the question. Okay. So 33,000 is equal to 30 then 30 is equal to 2900 plus 10 tenths. Okay. Now according to question we will subtract 2900 10 tenths minus 1400 6 tenths, and our answer will be 1500 4 tenths. 1500 4 tenths. Okay. I don't think so there is any other confusion regarding this sum. Okay. I have told you, explained you step by step. Okay. Now moving to the question. Sorry, moving to the book. So D part is done. Okay. Now part E. Some students are having confusion in E part also. So let's just do it. 3000 1500s from 12,000. So 3000 1500s from 12,000. So here we have to subtract 3000 and 1500 from 12,000. So as the 1000 is there, but here we are not having what? 100 is not here. So what will we do as usual? First of all, we will convert 12,000 into 1000 and hundreds. 12,000 into 1000 and hundreds. Okay. Shall we start with this sum? I think after doing this sum, your doubts regarding the decomposing will be clear. Let's just start. Okay. Okay, according to the question, so you have to subtract 12,000 minus 3,500. For now, just forget it this. Now we will convert 12,000 into 1000 and 100. Okay. Okay, just one thing I want to tell you, that you have to subtract 3,000 and 1,500. You have to subtract. Okay. So first of all, let's convert 12,000 is equal to how many hundreds? 12,000 is equal to how many hundreds? 100. Okay, sorry. No, we no need to just convert the whole. We need 1000 and as well as 100 also. So 12,000 is equal to. So now we will decompose it. If we take out from 12,000, we can take out 1,000. If suppose we take out 1,000, so that means it will become 1000. 1000 will be there now. So is it possible to subtract 1500 from 1000? No. So what will we do for this? In spite of taking out, we are having 12,000 here. In spite of taking out 1,000 from the 12,000, we will take out 2,000. We will take out 2,000 from 12,000. Okay. So if we take out 12,000, if we take out 2,000 from 12,000, so the 12,000 will be left with 10,000 only. 2,000 is already taken out, And now we will convert this 2000 into 100. And how? I will explain. 2000 is here, these two zeros 100 and the left is 20. So it became 2000 became 2000. 2000 became 2000. One more time I will explain this. We are having 12,000. So for this we will take to 2000 from 12,000, because if we take out 1000 and then it will become 1000 and we have to subtract 1500. We can't subtract 10 from 15 from 10. That's why we have taken 2000. So 2000 will become 2000. Okay, and the rest is left 10,000. So at last we can say 12,000 is equal to 10,000 plus 2000. Okay, no, I'll try to write very clearly. 12,000 I'll write it again. 12,000 is equal to 10,000 plus 200. 2000. Okay, as we have taken out 2000 from here, so 2000 means 2000. Okay, so 2000 is here, and after taking out 2000, what is left with it? 10,000 is left. Okay, so according to our question, now we have to subtract 3,000 1500 from 12,000. So now 12,000 has became is equal to 10,000 plus 2000. So now we can easily subtract. Okay, minus 3,000. Now remove the sign of plus from here. 3,000 and 1,500. So after subtracting, 100 is here, 20 from 15 from 20, it will become 500, and 10 minus 3 is equal to 7,000. So the answer is 7,500. Okay, I think now the concept of decomposing is clear to all. Okay, do step by step, don't jump, don't do it in hurry, otherwise you will not be able to understand this. This is little bit complex but easy. If once you are able to understand it, then it will be very easy for you all to do the sums. Okay, so I have explained question number, it's the part D and E both of question number 1. Clear? So this sum, only question number 1 is related to the decomposing subtraction. Okay, then or the other sums are also called decomposing, that we used to borrow or other, but these we have to decompose it step by step. Okay, so is it clear now? Now moving to the next question, question number 2. So here you have to subtract again, as we are doing in our last previous classes also. So subtraction is here. So let's just take out the first sum, that is question number 2. Okay, 8,763 minus 1,420. Okay, so let's just do it. I'll just show you now. 8,763 minus 1,420. Now you have to do this. 3 minus 0, 3. 6 minus 2, 4. 7 minus 4, 3. 8 minus 1 is 7. Simple subtraction is here. No carry or no borrow is here. Not carry, no borrowing is here. This is the simple sum of subtraction. Simple basic subtraction. Okay. Now moving to the next question. I think these all sums are okay. Question number 2 to 10 are simple basic subtraction. Okay, without carry. Okay, now just take out look on question number 11. That is 56,812 minus 27,848. Okay, as I can see, this sum is related to borrowing. Okay, let's just now I'm going to explain the sums. Just look very carefully. Okay, the first is the question number 11. 56,812 minus 27,848. This is like this. Okay, now starting from as usual, we start any calculation from maths. We always start from the addition and subtraction. We always start from the right hand side. So let's just start. So 2 minus 8. Is it possible to subtract 8 from 2? No. So what will we do? We will borrow from the another number. That is 1. Okay. So after borrowing from the next number, that is 1, it will become 2 is already here, and now it will become, I'll just erase the sign of 2. Now it will become 12. In spite of 2, it will become 12, and it will remain as the 1 is already taken out by the next number, so nothing is left here, so we will mark it as 0. Okay, nothing is left here. So 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. Okay, now moving to the next. 0 is here. Can we subtract 4 from 0? No. So what will it do? It will carry from the another number, that is 8. So after borrowing from the 8, it will become 7 and it will become 10. Okay, it has borrowed 1 from it, and that doesn't mean that we will add it. We will just write 1 in place in the front of other number. Okay, as we have done here. Now 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. Okay. Now moving to the next. Now we have to subtract 7 as the after giving the after the 1 has borrowed from the 8. Now it has become 7. So can we subtract 8 from 7? No. So in that case, what will we do? Again, this 7 also will carry from the next number, that is 6, and the 6 after giving to 1 to the next number, it will become 17, and it will remain as 5. Okay, now 17 minus 8 is equal to 9. Now moving to the next. 5 minus 7, is it possible? Again, it will borrow from the next number, that is 5. 5 will become 4, and it will become 15. Okay, now it will become 15. So 15 minus 7 is equal to 8. Now the 4 is here. So can we subtract 2 from 4? Easily, yes. So 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. So the answer is 28,964. Clear? And this carry sums you have already done in the previous classes also. So I'll show you that how you will do it in your notebooks. Both sums are here. Question number 2 and question number 11. Both are here. That in question number 2, you have done simple division without borrow. Simple subtraction without borrow. 8,763 minus 1420, and after subtraction the answer came 7343. That is 7343. Okay, in the 11th sum, okay, now 56,812 minus 27,848. So here after subtraction, as we can see in the first, the 2 we can't subtract 8 from 2, that's why it has taken from the 1, carried from the 1, and it has become 12, and the 12 minus 8 is 4. Again like this, and in every step the borrow is there from the next number, and after subtraction the answer is 28,964. Okay, 28,964, that is 28964. Okay, moving to the next question. You have to write the answer like this also, it looks nice. Okay, so okay, let's just do one more sum for practice. So those who are having doubts in borrow in subtraction, it will be clear. Okay, let's just take out question number 12. It is 97,425 minus 68,792. Okay, again we are going to solve it on this sheet. Okay, so first of all, what will we do? Let's just write the question. The question number 12 was here 97,425 minus 68,792. So we have to subtract. Okay, 5 minus 2, easily possible. Yes, 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay, moving to the next, 2 minus 9, is it possible? No. So now what will we do? We will carry from the another number, that is next number, that is 4. So the 2, as it carries from 4, the 4 will become 3, and the 2 will become 12. 12 minus 9 is equal to 3. Okay, now 3 is here. We have to subtract 7 from 3. It is not possible. Again 3 will borrow from the next number, that is 7, and the 7 will give, after giving out 1, the 7 will become 6, and it will become sorry, I think this 2 as it has become 12. Now it will become 13. It will become 13. Okay, 13. Now 13 minus 7 is equal to 6. Now 6 is here, and now we have to subtract 8 from 6. As it is not possible, again it will carry from the next number, that is 9, and 9 after giving to the 6, it will become 8, and it will become 16. 16 minus 8 is 8. Now 8 minus 6 is possible. Yes, it is very much possible. Now 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. So the answer is 28,633. Okay, these are the simple sums of subtraction, okay, with borrow in 4 digit, 5 digit, all the numbers are given. Okay, just you have to do it. More practice, more useful. Okay, as much as you practice, it will be useful for you all, and you will be easy able to do the sums. Okay, now so there are other sums also. question number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. These all are sums with subtraction with borrowing. Okay, so here you again you have to do these sums in the book and do some notebook sums in the notebook also. Okay, so again as we have discussed question number today, we have discussed D and E part of sum number 1 and sum number 2, 11 and 12. These sums we have discussed. So up to question number 18, near about question number 18, we have discussed all the pattern are the formats that are coming in these sums from 1 to 18. Okay, so just do it in your books if you are having books, and if you don't having any books, then do it in your notebooks. In notebooks you have to do any 4-5 sums, that's enough if you're not having any problem in subtraction with borrowing. But if you're facing any problem in subtraction in borrowing, then you can do all the sums in the notebook. Clear? So today this is enough for today. So let's just do practice, more and more practice, more. Okay, so do your homework for today is that do up to question number 10. Okay, just do question number 1 to 10 in your question number 1 in your notebook and 2 to 10 in your book. 2 or 3 sums from 2 to 10 you can do in the notebook also. Okay, good day.